It's just about 7:44 right now. Welcome back to Good Day Colombia, everyone. So in China, a new program is monitoring citizens' social credit. And by the year 2020, it's set to be mandatory. But the question is, what is social credit? Well, here with the answer is Steven Miano, owner of That Computer Store in Irmo. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you for having me.
So what is social credit?
What is social credit? It is a tool developed by the Chinese government to monitor your worthiness as a citizen of the Chinese nation.
Interesting. And
Yes.
it's called Sesame Credit.
The
So
app that
what does it do?
it's Sesame Credit. It's basically gamification of social media and citizenship. It's a game that you can opt into now. It tells you how good you are.
Of a person.
How good of a Chinese citizen you are. Yeah. It measures your responsibility. It measures your worthiness to be for certain jobs, and a lot of the dating websites use this. Say, oh, I got a really great Sesame Credit score, baby. Yeah. So it's 2 parts propaganda, 2 parts game.
Interesting. So it's similar to kind of how your credit score, you have to be smart with your money. A social score, you have to be smart with your behavior almost.
Yes, very much so. And a lot of citizens in China now, they don't have credit cards or loans because you have, a shift from an agrarian to a consumer economy. So a lot of these people don't have established credit scores like we do. And it's also more there about the, towing the party line than it is maybe here.
So how does your score go up or down?
Well, if you're a good citizen, let's say I buy a lot of diapers because this is tied into the Amazon of China. I buy a lot of diapers. I'm probably a parent. I'm more responsible. I play a lot of video games. I am maybe not so responsible, so my score is going to go down.
And you were saying, we were talking about this earlier, that if you're friends with someone who isn't so well behaved,
right,
that can affect your own score.
Yeah, so then that's where the social media and social pressure as political control comes into play. Let's say I've got a friend who is a dissident and they posted pictures of the Tiananmen Square massacre. Well, that's a really big no-no,
right,
and their score is going to go way down, but my score is directly affected by friends and family.
So
and
we were talking earlier about this kind of being almost like peer pressure.
Yeah,
and you want to kind of get rid of some friends maybe.
Yeah, it completely is. It's political control through peer pressure and social pressure. If all of the people in my life are bad citizens, they're bringing me down. I can't get travel papers to go visit my family in the U.S., or I can't get that high-paying job because there are people in my life who are negative. Then I'm going to either pressure them to be better citizens, or
you might drop them
I might drop them. And then so you have ostracization. Yeah. So where like you're alone. No one's listening to your opinions because you're bringing everybody's credit score
so
down.
or social score down, and maybe that will then kind of change you to become a better person.
Yeah.
So is there a real world impact on this?
Well, there really is. This is set to be mandatory by 2020. So either this app, and there's 9 or 10 others that are kind of competing for this space, but China has published a white paper and their intent to implement this as part of it's going to be mandatory for all citizens. So yeah, I mean, this is the very real world impact, because in a few years, you may not be able to get the job you want or date the guy or girl that you want because your social credit score is not high.
So they got to start behaving over there, I guess.
Yeah, it's scary stuff.
Steven Miano, owner of That Computer Store, thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Stay with us, guys. We're back with more Good Day Colombia after the break.